topic is coming out. I know everybody else already posted theirs, and Britt kind of came out the closet for you. I'm not going to do that because I'm not that creative. Um, I guess I didn't really actually have like a big coming out where like I announced to my parents, like, hey mom, hey dad, I'm gay. It was more of I had started dating this girl, and it was kind of a long story. She was from Scotland, and I had dated other girls before that, but it didn't come to the attention of my parents per se. Um, she had come here from Scotland, and she stayed in America for a few months, and we worked together at a Girl Scout camp. We were both counselors, and we just kind of hooked up and went from there. And when she left and went back to Scotland, it got harder, obviously, because we were on different countries or different parts of the world. Um, anyways, so she went back, and we kept it going, and we dated for almost a year. We broke up on our 11th month anniversary, actually. Um, but it was one of those, our main form of communication was like MSN, stuff like that. Well, I don't know, my mom just kind of started wondering why we talked so much, because I would sit there for hours and talk to her on MSN. I wouldn't come out of my room, that kind of thing. And, she had said something about it, and it kind of upset me. And then, she flat out, she just looked at me, and she's like, she looked at me, and she's like, is there something going on with you and Jen? Are you guys more than friends? Because that's the only reasonable explanation for why you would get upset about the comment I made. And, I was just like, yeah, mom, we're together, kind of. And, she was really accepting of it, more so than I thought she was going to be. My stepdad, on the other hand, was kind of in denial. Well, when Jen and I broke up, I started dating this other girl, Amanda, who was a huge regret, by the way. She was like the biggest bitch I ever dated. Um, she was using me for my money. I was using her for her car. It was this big complicated thing. Um, while I was dating Amanda, my stepdad, who is pretty much like my biological dad, he raised me. He became more open of it, let Amanda come over, she'd stay the night, that kind of thing. I was allowed to go to her house, stay the night there. But I don't know, my stepdad flat out sat me down and told me, he's like, I'm okay with you being gay, just one, don't flaunt it in front of the kids, because my sister's 6. So, I'm not going to go and be like, I'm a lesbian to my 6-year-old sister. That's kind of wrong. Um, but he told me, don't flaunt it in front of the kids, and that I could do a lot better than Amanda. He flat out told me he didn't like her. He wanted me to find someone better. Well, in the end, I ended up breaking up with Amanda, and not long after, I started dating Dylan. Um, actually, backtrack. While I was dating Amanda, my best friend of a couple years, she was my best friend in high school, stuff like that. Um, she was my best friend in college. There was this big fight between us. Her mother found out somehow. I guess her mom had gotten on her Facebook and found out through Facebook that I was gay, because it said, in a relationship with Amanda, whatever. Um, and her mom flipped a shit about me being gay and told Callie, that I wasn't allowed over there anymore, that we couldn't hang out. So me being gay and her mom finding out completely ruined my friendship with her. Um, and she said that, dating this girl had completely changed me, when in fact I was still the same person. Regardless of who I date, I'm still me, I'm still Sam. But, that part of coming out, and my best friend's mom finding out I was gay, it completely ruined our friendship. We got to the point where once I started dating Dylan, um, she started talking to me a little more again, but it's back to where we don't hardly talk at all. And that kills me, because, like I said, she was my best friend. Um, after we broke up, I started dating Dylan, who is my transgendered boyfriend. And what was I going to say? I don't even know. We've been together almost a year now. We're coming up on our 11-month anniversary. Um, well, my mom, is completely accepting of it. My mother loves Dylan like he was her own kid, her own child. His mom is, I mean, she's okay with our relationship, but she's not okay with him being trans, but that's a completely different story. Um, my biological father and stepmother, um, I don't really talk to my biological father. He lives in South Florida in Miami. So, me being in Charleston, South Carolina, I don't see him. I rarely talk to him. I guess his wife, who's my stepmother, was trolling my Facebook and, saw on there. This was before Dylan changed his name on Facebook, so, she saw, in a relationship with Dylan Jenkins, or Brittany Jenkins rather, because this was pre changing the name on Facebook. Um, and she messaged me this big long ass fucking letter on Facebook saying, are you sure that this is the lifestyle you want to choose for yourself? And she's like, you're 19 years old. Are you old enough to know that you want to be with a woman and not a man? And you haven't experienced enough to know for sure. And all this other shit about how, I'm not happy and what happened to that little girl they used to have. She says that by being gay, I've completely given up on my dreams and my goals and my schooling and everything. And she's like basically telling me that I'm ruining my life by being gay. And, she's like, I'm mad that we had to find out from your Facebook that you were gay and you couldn't come talk to us. And I messaged her back, saying, I didn't come out and flat out tell you, one, because you're not part of my life anymore. You didn't even show up for anything important, you don't call me, you don't talk to me. I have to do all of that. I was shocked they came to my graduation. Um, but I did message her saying all of that, and I told her, just because I'm gay and I like girls and now obviously transgendered men, I told her, I was like, just because I'm gay doesn't mean it changed who I am as a person. I'm still going to college. I still have a job that I absolutely love. I still have goals for myself. Being gay isn't going to change my mindset and turn me into a completely different person. Um, because, back in middle school, I had, bisexual on my MySpace back when MySpace was popular, and my dad had saw it and read it and, pulled me aside and had a little talk with me and my stepmom telling me, no child of mine will ever be gay and all of that stuff. So, right there, that makes me not want to be open with my dad and tell him these things. This video is getting really long, I apologize. But, you know, that's pretty much how it went, my coming out. I didn't really have any complications with my mom. My little sister is fine with it. She's 16. I have 3 younger siblings. You know, everybody in my family is okay with it. My grandmother, actually, she's coming to visit, and she knew when I was dating this girl, Amanda. And, she flat out told me, Sam, I love you. Do what makes you happy. Whoever you love is who you love. So, I mean, even my grandparents, who are old-fashioned, are more accepting of it than, like, my father, who apparently is very disappointed with me, and I pretty much told him to shove it up his ass because, this is who I am and it's not changing. I'm gonna end this video now because it's really long, and I'm done ranting. Bye!